Why is there a gold Rolls blocking the marquee? Is Huggy Bear stopping in for a burger?
Shrimp! He's coming! Coming for you!
Founder? What the? Who's coming for me?
Mr. Tops!
Who's Mr. Tops?
You don't know Mr. Tops? I mean, I've known about him all these years. He's coming to save us all. I mean, don't you remember all the many times I've told you about him in the past?
I'm pretty sure you haven't mentioned him once. At all.
Well, before the rapture, I'd better remind you.
This is 1980's The Apple.
This will be the greatest biopic of Apple computers you will ever encounter.
Oh my god, it's something other than the Beatles. It's World Vision!
Oh, the Beatles Schmeatles. This is for Herman's Hermits.
Are you sure? They don't look like Herman's Hermits.
See! Oh, I got it wrong. Oh, I got it wrong again.
To the bin.
This is hard. I should have studied for this.
You know, I'm kind of doubtful these people are actually playing these instruments.
I'm doubtful if they're instruments at all. So when are we expecting Elton John to come tromping in here with big boots?
I think he wouldn't be quite as flamboyant as the rest of these folks.
Nowhere near. Presenting the song that should be a ringtone.
Yeah, if there ever was a song set up for that.
I would so have this as a ringtone.
And the fact that you still look at ringtones as a thing shows me how classy you are.
Oh, I'm old school. Oh, bloody hell, we're considering ringtones old school now.
Yes, we are. So do you think the lady singer in this is the next incarnation of the lady that Itchy was jacking off to?
Maybe. It's a very good thing both you and I can't see our lower bodies, because now that you had to mention that...
God, how many BDSM shops do you think they had to raid to get all the stuff for this?
Well, this was filmed in Germany, so I believe one.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do you think their GIMP masks come like bedazzled, or is that extra?
Actually, I think they might have gone... Again, Germany, I think they got in the discount bin. Oh, BIM is the power. I always thought people were saying Jesus was the power.
Not in this universe. I think anywhere, as long as you're not in the southern U.S., the power is definitely BIM.
Ladies and gentlemen, do the song that you're going to inevitably get stuck in your head and will be stapled and superglued in there, and you'll never get it out.
Now, here's the question: are the glow sticks in the audience, are those irradiated, or are they driven by some other great power, like the power of BIM?
Oh no! It turned out that Herbert West actually became a millionaire selling vials of reagent to everybody.
Okay.
So that's what they're all carrying. It turns out they're all getting high on it.
Okay, spandex or latex for your BIM singing outfit?
Honestly, I think this revival of Starlight Express is a little fetishistic for my taste.
150 heartbeats!
150 heartbeats? Andy Kaufman has a franchise now? Oh, Heartbeats. Oh, that's not as good. Oh, yes. I made a Heartbeats reference.
She decapitated by that?
I think so. It's Final Destination chic.
Oh, now we have the squares.
See, these aren't the carpenters. These are the lazy bastards who sit around by the porta potty.
I'm not sure how I feel about their matching attire, especially after BIM was on stage.
Exactly. I'm not feeling the effort of these two. I mean, they're relying on just basic songwriting and, actual singing and lyrics, and they single ladies. I think they just hate songs that have more than 10 lyrics.
I think you're right. They're lacking the glitter. Now, if they had come out there, done this song while wearing like latex jumpsuits, oh yeah, not even a question.
Absolutely.
What's the matter with you?
My boyfriend's dressed up as a road cone.
Oh yes, she will be mine. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
It's just nostalgia.
Nostalgia sucks ass.
Nostalgia will be fine in the first 5 years, but then his producer will get in severe trouble, and then he'll just not do anything properly and then he'll just be spinning his wheels, and afterwards he'll do a bad review of a Pink Floyd movie, and then he'll just completely collapse.
But he'll always keep the same stupid tie and hat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We just we just fired some shots.
You know what? I am 100% okay with that because that was fucking awful. You know, I'm not sure I would have chosen that necklace with that bow tie. It's kind of clashy.
Just a bit, yeah. Of course, I'm more transfixed by his goatee and mouth, which frankly I think needs to be censored, depending on what angle you look at it. Every time Mr. Buggalo speaks, I'm picturing Itchy jerking off to it.
Oh, yeah. I will say though, his assistant is so much more fabulous. Like, why isn't Mr. Buggalo wearing that?
Mr. Buggalo is a man of great restraint and understanding. He knows that if he can't carry it off, he'll let his assistant take it because he's giving.
But he drives around in the Godmobile. It's got like a thing from Spencer's on the front.
That looks like the most painful suppository I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, trying to drink out of triangular drinks, I feel like if you were at all drunk, you'd end up spilling all over yourself.
Yes, you're supposed to, with a glass like that, you're supposed to have, you drink out of the corner, but it's too sharp, so you're going to wind up like, but then if you do the flat side, it's going to it would be a mess. Oh, look, they invited Wilson Fisk in the background.
Oh, they did, hey. He looks fabulous. Hey, he's got a fishbowl he's drinking out of.
I sincerely hope that's champagne he's drinking.
Well, I would imagine it would be. That or it's the finest piss water beer you ever had in your whole life.
Oh, it's so beautiful out here.
You can see it's all triangular as well.
Of course, it'd be even more beautiful if you had, lighting and, features.
No. Why would you go that route? You leave it in the dark. You want the triangle on your forehead to be the shiniest thing in the room. This never happens when I kiss somebody. I'm kind of upset.
Well, it happens in my head whenever I kiss somebody, but then again, I've only kissed one person, so I remember it happening like this.
Is it yourself that you've kissed because you are so fabulous?
Well, I mean, that person who looks like me in that window, oh, that's the mirror. Look, the new dance craze, the dead hooker transport.
Are we sure that those aren't sex dolls?
Well, I don't know. They're definitely vastly more articulated than your typical sex doll. But then again, sex doll technology, based on Nip Tuck, I mean, sex doll technology has moved forward since then. Yeah, now they have silicone bits.
That is true. It's also the Mr. Buggalo that we're talking about here. So I would certainly hope that they would be better quality.
Exactly. Mr. Buggalo would be at the top of sex doll technology.
Absolutely. I mean, and clearly by some of these hats, they also are really good with balloon animal technology.
Yeah, somewhere in this distant future, Art the Clown became an amazing hat maker.
Can you imagine, like, if they ever had kids, like, their love story would be like, Mom, Dad, how did you guys meet? And they're like, oh, this really interesting, ballad started up, and we started talking. Your father had feathered hair up to here and a gigantic triangle on his forehead, and I was dressed like a hippie out of 1969.
And then I totally roofied her, and we had, like, all kinds of sex, and now here you are.
Aww. And everyone that's in this particular shot was there watching us and singing along.
And yet, ironically, that ending will be vastly more satisfying than the actual ending of How I Met Your Mother. Okay, it's a sad day when the dying shrubbery is upstaging the actors.
Oh, it's a good old-fashioned hoedown.
Hey, take your finger out of my ass, because I'm leaving you behind. Oh dear God, they're going to the Spencer Gifts Corporate Center. Look at all that holograms.
I was going to ask, you think they paid extra for the holographic effect, or was that complimentary?
I think I've seen this entire room in a pack of Marvel trading cards in the 90s, where they had the special hologram cards.
Don't ever sign the purple clipboard. Avoid the purple clipboard.
I want that purple clipboard.
No.
You got soda, OJ, purple clipboard, sunny clipboard. Oh, look, Mr. Buggalo's phone is made out of Jolly Ranchers. I don't know whether to answer the phone or lick it.
Both.
Of course, for me, if I had a Jolly Rancher phone, this would be me. Yes, I'd like to talk about my insurance, please. Yeah.
Sir, are you currently licking your phone?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. It's the new Jolly Rancher phone.
Mr. Buggalo, surely we can sign next week.
Don't call me Shirley. Okay, I would just like to say that her partner's jeans are so tight. it's more than a moose knuckle. It's like the whole moose.
It's a moose fist.
Yes, look at that. Look at that.
I know. Those pants are so tight, he could work as a head counselor at Camp Arawak.
Fire, fire, fire. Yeah, yeah.
Beavis, you have to do your homework.
No. That's pre-visual effects for Namor.
This is what Namor would have looked like if Rob Liefeld had directed Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
You know, I like how Mr. Boogaloo is his whole goatee is very understated, and it's, you know, it works within the context of his outfit. Although I'm not sure about the gigantic bow tie.
Contrary to the efforts of Matt Smith, I am very anti bow tie.
That's fair.
No, never wear something that accentuates your ears. You always wear something to accentuate your cock. Or in my case, wearing a cravat, you wear something to accentuate your ball sack.
I was gonna say, you know, your ball sack must be fabulous.
Oh yeah, no, you see, there we go. I just made it bigger.
Oh
There we
my
go.
God. I don't think I've had this reaction to a thing since Peter Capaldi wore a kilt.
Oh, I'll never be that. I'll never be.
Hey, do not understate that.
Okay, well, we're looking at a bloke in a spangly codpiece, you know, surrounded by sexy zombies, and yet the thing that's giving more of an erection once again is Capaldi.
Well, of course. That goes without saying. You know, I think the problem with the spangly thong is that there's too much spangle, you know? It's not letting, you know, the junk do the job.
Well, see, the thing that terrifies me about the notion of a sequined thong is the idea that the sequins going up your crack are going to be itching like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that wouldn't be so fun. I can't think that they'd rub very nicely in the front either. If you're dancing at all, that's going to start a fire.
I mean, I will say this, though. This gentleman probably was the only one who was not suffering under studio lighting. You'll never get me until I get a thong that look even half as good as that one.
And maybe pants that aren't quite as tight.
This is the strangest production of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying I've ever seen.
He knows how to be a master.
White people doing reggae, talking about being a master with a black person sitting right next to him. That's just awkward as shit.
So basically, one of the early plot points of Microwave Massacre.
Okay, this version of Gem and the Holograms is way better than the one that came out from Blumhouse.
You know, that doesn't take much. That's about like saying that Birdemic is the best quality bad CGI bird movie. You know, is this the prequel to Girl in Gold Boots?
Oh, no. This is the episode of Saved by the Bell where Elizabeth Berkley, you know, got addicted to speed. And this is what would happen if she actually followed through and actually developed a career. This would be the song she would have sung. She would have went solo and she went from I'm so excited to speed.
You know what? People looked at this movie and they said, oh my God, crimped hair is the work of the devil. That's why it became taboo after 1985.
Oh yeah, typical. When she did her big old campaign, you know, it was against metal music and crimped hair. Okay, in all joking aside, I'm not going to lie. As ridiculous as these songs are, they are kind of a jam, actually.
They're fantastic. They're the best part of that era, with maybe just a tad too many glittery thongs.
You can never have enough glittery thongs.
Hang on, I gotta vacuum seal my pants in place.
You beat me to it, damn you! Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
This production of Fiddler on the Roof just got racy.
Well, you know, half of his rent is just being a part-time bra for her.
I mean, seriously, what was that? That was hashtag Oy vey.
You notice how she's right at eye level with his crotch as well?
Mm-hmm. It's like all those moose knuckles in my face. It's like a Canadian version of Punch-Out.
So this is a boomer's idea of what the world would look like if they allowed marijuana.
I wish they had been right. I would live the shit in this world.
Oh, absolutely. Although he's still playing kind of the you know, badass with that leather jacket too, though.
You know, in a world such as this, I'm more interested in where the hell he's getting this basic leather jacket and jeans.
Yeah.
Everyone else is dressed like traffic apparatus, but this bloke is like just, where's he getting it?
I thought that was his dick for a second. Holy crap.
Wait, so you're saying his dick emerged from a trajectory that was like coming up from that way?
Yes. Well, you see, if you are a follower of BIM, things do have a tendency to rearrange a bit.
Yeah, oh man, then Alfie would fit in great at Herogasm. Here comes, it's the BIM hour. You know what we got to do.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
It's the BIM hour.
Ordinary activities and prepare for the National BIM Hour.
Oh, no.
My baby. No, it's the BIM hour.
Join in the National Fitness Program.
But the secret formula to kill cancer. No, it's the BIM hour. Joking aside, it would actually be great to have a world where everyone stops everything specifically to work out.
That would be cool.
3,
2, BIM.
You know, I will say, those fireman get-ups are some of the stylish shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he's dead.
I love the modern-day version of nuns. Yes, that...
Well, mea culpa, my ladies. I'm converting right now if you move like that. See, that's just a normal day at the gym.
Oh, absolutely.
You see, they were ready for it, though. They were at the gym right when the BIM hour happened. They were smart. See, that must be the strangest day at the police academy training, that they had to prepare for this. Who get her foot? I got your number, but you couldn't afford me, dear 2, 3. I scratch your eyes out.
Right, stop that. Silly.
Oh my God, those bodyguards! I think those bald blokes, from Forbidden Zone have, become like big tough bodyguards. Oh God, imagine Alfie and BB in the Forbidden Zone. They wouldn't last a day.
Well, if we're talking post-BIM BB or pre-BIM BB, I think therein lies the difference. I think post-BIM BB could hold her own. You know, I will say, all kind of joking aside, they did enough to make this world different. Like, they modified enough stuff at that time, and I'm sure that wasn't an easy task. Like, outfits alone for this thing.
To the credit of Menahem Golan, he's a person who has a vision, but very clearly doesn't have the discipline in order to refine.
You know what? I will respect the bodyguards. They tore the crap out of him, but they didn't mess with the jacket.
They did not mess with the jacket. They just focused on the shirt because they were like going, listen, mate, you're not ready for Studio 54. Let me help you. There you go. Now you're ready. He's like, okay, I'm going to take my shirt off. No, I'm going to take a shower. Okay, now I'm going to take my makeup off.
First, I got to get out of these pants.
I swear I'm going to collapse soon. Okay, I gotta take some mouthwash. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
I gotta hit the big moment. Here we go.
Cry for me.
There we go.
Oh, he was drawing it out until he got to that moment.
Hey, look, it's Dr. Frankenfurter there in the background.
Ah, where? He's everywhere.
Yes.
This is what would happen if they had let Frankenfurter's experiments flourish.
Oh yeah.
I think this is what the world would have been like if Frankenfurter had been left to their devices.
Okay, why is he wearing tinfoil?
Why is everybody in this society wearing tinfoil? You know what it is? The ozone layer.
Yeah.
They're preparing for it.
I suppose that makes sense. But the one problem with this is we can't put any of them in the microwave.
Fresh ecto cooler.
So that's where it all went. That's why we don't have it today.
Oh yeah, Mr. Buggalo stole it. He's like going, I do not care that there's going to be 20 more Ghostbusters movies. I'm going to steal all the ecto cooler. I'm not going to lie, I'm having a really hard time picking up the metaphor.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know they're trying to tell me that this whole thing is a metaphor for something, but I'm having a hard time picking out what.
Is it like a vampire, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, could it be like metaphor for climate change? Maybe it's like talking about the decline of Western civilization.
Maybe it's trying to tell us that we are the walrus and the Eggman?
Possibly. We are family. Dance with all my Satans and me. Oh, Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Oh my God, you're right.
I'm coming.
What could they possibly be talking about, though? I'm coming?
Wait a minute, how could she be coming? She's right there.
Coming for you.
She keeps saying she's approaching, but I think she's having a hard time with her own personal internal GPS. Okay, credit to Menahem Golan. I find it interesting that in a sexy sequence, the women are actually more clothed than the men.
That is interesting.
She keeps saying she's coming, but then meanwhile, a couple of kids in the back of the room are going, "Are we there yet?" Oh no, he ended up at the Tan's Dance Academy, and all of a sudden Dario Argento is going, "Avoid the skylights."
Now, is he seeing in triplicate, or are we seeing in triplicate?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Dude, you know when the light is green, you don't come in.
Light is green, we don't want to be seen.
Exactly. There you go. I like that.
Light is yellow, come in, my fellow.
Light is red, we're pretty much dead.
Light is orange. God damn it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice transition.
Oh my god, he turned into someone who runs a hockey shop. Good morning, I brought bananas for breakfast.
All I can think of is the banana hammock nuclear wedgie from Scrubs. Ooh, amazing stories. Do tell.
This bloke is an amazing story.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with that banana hammock?
Oh, yeah. I want to know the backstory behind that.
Absolutely.
That's not an amazing story. That's an astounding story.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, that police van has 3 sets of tits.
Behold, I am the clitoris. Behold, my glory.
I said beat it!
And he's like, I just spent the past 8 hours beating it. I can't beat it anymore.
No, that bloke spent the last 8 hours beating it, and he's exhausted. He is going to have to be peeled off that chair. This is actually what it looks like when we're on the monorail to get to Epcot.
Oh, everybody's got, like, BIM marks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Disney sells them at, like, $20 a pop. Okay, did they actually recycle the set from the whole Apple musical number?
I was going to say, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it?
I think they did, actually.
They're just like, okay, Apple Music sequence out. Okay, let's change the lighting. Okay, all of you vagrants get in here. Is her belt a combination lock?
Yes, it turns out in order to take that outfit off, you have to order a B&B. Turns out the key's in there.
Oh no, he took off the sticker. Oh no.
Oh, you rebel, you devil, you.
Oh man.
Oh, I just want to paw you right now.
That's right. We're going to have such great sex in the middle of this cave as soon as I get this combination belt off.
And we're going to make all these children watch.
So here's the question. Do they just sit around all day or do they actually like get up and walk around?
Oh no, see, they only do that on a lark, when they really want to be dangerous.
Yeah, Santa definitely changed his look, didn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, I will say the sequel to Violent Night got remarkably family-friendly.
That was really nice of the BIM soldiers to announce that they were coming.
Well, I think they wanted to be courteous, because they also knew that the people wouldn't do the rational thing and, run. The BIM is gonna rumble tonight. Why is he accompanied by the Clock King?
Because that's what you do. You call out the Clock King. Ooh, Sky Daddy.
Whoa, Sir Mix-a-Lot is invading.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
Wait, did he say his name is Mr. Tibbs? I mean, I think... Well, this remake of In the Heat of the Night is weird.
But we have a warrant.
But we have a warrant.
Oh, he's got power of editing.
All right. I do enjoy a good power of editing. It's one of my favorite things.
Now make a can of Lipton brisk iced tea come into his hand. So here we go. The moral of the story is not give a shit about popular music. You get raptured.
Yep, exactly. My question, how do they get from on the ground to, like 100 feet up in the air?
Oh, well, it's made from the same technology as that bridge from Last Crusade.
Oh, gotcha. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Meanwhile, everyone else in the world just basically got fucked.
Yeah.
The rest of them did not get raptured. Everyone else had left to the whims of Mr. Bim. But really, the worst thing that Mr. Bim is saying is that just wear a sticker every now and then and just listen to our music, which is honestly pretty boss. But I believe it was a Hebrew musical.
Oh, okay.
Kind of talking about the beginning of man. But of course, Menahem Golan got his hands on it and decided to turn it completely into this.
And we are both honored by that and completely and utterly fucked by that.
But fortunately, it's good fucking. It's like, with considerate with considerate precautions taken, with a very specific safe word so we know not to go too far, I'm totally good with being fucked by this.
That's fair. That's fair. I would
good
be
with
okay
this.
too. Yeah. I mean, the amount of iridescent sticker type stuff in this, I would be totally okay with that.
Yeah, BIM's all the way for me.
Special thanks to John for joining me. Make sure to check out the awesome Narcotic Casserole YouTube channel and way fun movie reviews on the Narcotic Casserole TikTok. Links are in the description below. So what do you think? Suggestions for movies, trivial questions, comments, ratings, and more spangly thongs would be appreciated. Thank you so very much for watching.